What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Mikey's Action Figures channel. Today we're talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. We're gonna take a look at these guys, check them out. Let's get it. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It's your boy Mikey's Action Figures, and today we're talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Now, I'm not going to get into my thoughts on the movie here. If you guys want to hear my thoughts and the rest of the guys' thoughts on Quantumania, go ahead and check out Figcast Podcast episode 11. I do have it in the description below, and we do talk about the film and a bunch of other things. But before we dive into the figures and my thoughts on them, let's go ahead and take a look at the box for all you inbox collectors. Okay guys, so as far as packaging goes, we're gonna start off by taking a look at the Ant-Man packaging. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of this version of the suit. On the side of the packaging, you have Ant-Man right there. On the back of the box, you have a picture of his accessories, which isn't much. Another image of the barcode. Let me actually see if I could zoom in better for you guys. So that's the barcode if you guys need it to shop at your local stores. Other side of the packaging, you can see that it shows an image of Cassie Lang, which is the Build-A-Figure for some reason, and the rest of the figures in the wave. And that's about it. Nothing crazy. It is your plastic-free, horrible-looking packaging. So, and a lot of people have been getting fig swaps on like Amazon, Targets, and it's pretty ridiculous. So I'm hoping they get rid of that packaging very, very soon. So that's the Ant-Man box, and let's go ahead and get into the Wasp packaging. Okay, you guys, so taking a look at the Wasp packaging, nothing different from Ant-Man's packaging, exactly the same. On the side of the packaging, we basically have an image of the Wasp. Other side of the box, we do have the same image of Cassie Lang and the rest of the figures in the wave. On the back of the box, we do have an image of the Build-A-Figure piece, the accessories that the figure comes with. You can see that it comes with the interchangeable head, interchangeable hands, and I believe it's the right leg to Cassie Lang. And then, just so you guys can utilize it if you need it, we do have the barcode to utilize when you're doing your toy hunts. I always like to include that just because you never know who's gonna need it. If you pull up the video, I always have it on hand. Sometimes I post on Instagram. So I've been in a bind personally where I need the barcode. So okay guys, so that is the packaging to both the Wasp and Ant-Man. We're gonna open them up, see what both of these figures have to offer. Let's check them out. Okay you guys, so here they are out of the packaging. In front of us we have Ant-Man, and then behind us we have our Wasp in the background. So I will go ahead and say very quickly, I'm not a big fan of the new Ant-Man figure. I do like the new updates on the mold. It's a nice mold. As far as the Wasp, I'm actually really impressed with this figure. It's definitely way better than the original one. A lot more detail, and I really like the colors a lot more as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the accessories. I'll go ahead and start off with Ant-Man here. I'll show off his accessories, and then we'll show off the Wasp's accessories. So let's dive into that and see what they come with. Okay you guys, so real quick, diving into the Ant-Man accessories, he does not come with much. He comes with the two fisted hands he has on, and then he comes with one right-handed pointer finger and one left-handed open palm hand. So he just comes with these two interchangeable hands, and that's it. He also comes with an interchangeable head. Basically, to me, this looks just like the 10-year anniversary Paul Rudd head. I could be wrong. It could be a new sculpt, but it looks exactly like it. So this is his new helmet. His actual helmet is smaller than this unmasked head sculpt. So I mean, to me, I don't believe that this head fits in this helmet. I would say that's one of the only thing that bothers me about the head sculpts, is that this is just such a tiny head sculpt. I do like some of the details in it. I like what they did with the eyes here. It kind of reminds me of the SH Figure Awards. When you compare, I think this one right here is the Endgame head sculpt with the quantum suits. You can see that they just painted the red instead of doing the whole eye thing here. But you could also see the size and scale. So you can see that this one is bigger than this head sculpt. And I'll say that it is more believable that this head sculpt is in this helmet. This one's just a really, really tiny head sculpt. But that's pretty much all the accessories that Ant-Man comes with. Let's go ahead and check out the accessories that the Wasp comes with. Okay, so as far as the accessories for the Wasp go, she does come with two different interchangeable hands. She comes with two open hands and two fisted hands. That's pretty much it for that. As far as her head sculpt goes, she does have the same effect with the eyes, and it looks a lot more visible than the Ant-Man one did. I actually like this head sculpt more than the last one, and I like this head sculpt more than the Ant-Man head sculpt, which I'll go ahead and compare the two right here. As far as her interchangeable head sculpt, I think it looks just like Evangeline Lilly. I think they did a really good job with it. I like the hair sculpt. I like the eyes. I think it looks just like her. So besides that head sculpt, she also has her wings. This is her unwinged version back piece. This is exactly the same as the Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. Well, Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So this is the same exact thing, but you can tell it's a little bit more silver, more detail. It has a little bit of a, like, it looks like a wash to it. So it just looks nicer. This is the new one, and then this is the old one. And then as far as her wings, you can see the nice translucent color for the wings, and then the nice backplate, and it is removable. And you can see the hole that we have to get that piece in. So as far as accessories go, those are the accessories for Ant-Man and the Wasp. I almost forgot to show off the Build-A-Figure leg that the Wasp comes with. So this is the Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure leg. It is the right leg. Some nice detail. You have the Converse there. But for people who want to build it, I think it is going to be a really massive figure. Let me go ahead and put the leg next to King the Conqueror. Alright, you guys, so as far as articulation goes, we're going to go ahead and start off with Ant-Man. We're going to go ahead and check him out, see his articulation. His head can move that far down. It can move that far up. His arms can go that far out. His diaphragm joint does not go back at all. He can go barely forward. So that's how far forward he could go. I don't like the way that looks, though. That looks horrible. Let's see if I can push it back. Yeah, it doesn't really move forward or back very good. He does have some rotation though, so that's not too bad. His legs can go that far forward, and then his legs can not really go back at all. He does have a double jointed knee. He does have an ankle hinge and pivot. His arms have double jointed pinless arms, and then obviously pinless legs. Yeah, as far as articulation, it's not the best aesthetically, but it's all right. I do want to show you guys the head sculpts and how they interchange. So let me go ahead and fix the focus. And so let's go ahead and pop this off. Pop on the other head sculpt. I think I like that better, if I'm being honest. I like the bigger scale of the head sculpt on that. His up and down look. Yeah, I think I just like that better. But yeah, I mean, I like that. Let me back it up so you guys can see like the full thing. But yeah, I actually dig this head sculpt on there way more. So I think I'm going to keep them like that. Okay, so this is the Wasp with her wings on. As far as her arm articulation, you go up. Her head articulation goes up and down pretty good. If you're trying to get her flying, you can kind of get her looking forward. Her diaphragm can go that far back, so that's actually pretty nice, but not very far forward. The back is nice if you're trying to get into a flying pose. Her legs can go that far forward. She has double jointed knees, pinless. She does have a thigh cut, no calf swivel, but she does have the ankle pivot and then an ankle joint that goes up and down. The one thing that bothers me though is she has single jointed elbows. We're at the point where all female figures should have double jointed elbows. I just don't understand why this is a new mold and they went with single jointed. I feel like double jointed should have been the option here. Okay, so that's all the articulation for the Wasp. We're gonna go ahead and get to some size comparisons with some other MCU figures, and then we'll go ahead and share my thoughts on both of the figures. Okay, you guys, so let's get into some size comparisons. Like I said, I do not have the other Ant-Man or Wasp figures, but just to put it into a perspective for you guys, this is the Quantum Suit Ant-Man figure. You can already see the Quantum Suit is bulkier, a bigger head sculpt, and then this is him next to Captain America. Ant-Man and the Wasp next to She-Hulk. You can see that She-Hulk towers over them both. We also have Hawkeye from the Hawkeye series. They look pretty good together. And then we have Star-Lord from the most recent wave. This is actually the other Star-Lord that I swapped it. I actually have a yellow jacket. Let me go get him to put him next to him. Okay, so we found him. And next to Ant-Man is the yellow jacket from the first movie. And then finally, the last comparison is this Ant-Man next to my favorite comic book Ant-Man figure. I actually really like this one. This is the Toys R Us 2-pack. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is it for the figure review on Ant-Man and the Wasp from Ant-Man Quantumania. I'm gonna be honest, I do like the Wasp figure, but I don't like the Ant-Man figure. I'm not a big fan of the Ant-Man. I think that they dropped the ball on this one. I don't love the body mold. I don't love the head sculpt. I appreciate the unmasked head sculpt, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world. As far as the Wasp figure, I think it's an upgrade. I think they definitely should have went double jointed pinless elbows instead of single jointed elbows, but I don't like how she stands. Her feet are really skinny and scrawny, but I think that it is an upgrade from the last one. I don't think either of these figures are the best in the wave, but I'm not loving that, man. I was buying these expecting to love them. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting to keep these in my collection, but after messing with them and you know, checking them out, I don't think I'm gonna. I was more excited for Ant-Man than the Wasp, but that's my opinion. Those are my thoughts. I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I appreciate it. Until the next one, you guys, let's get it.
I told you fools, it's gonna be a good video.